All right, guys, welcome back to Zando Football. Definitely appreciate the support. I wanted to drop a really quick video. This will not be long. Getting into the way soft squat, vertical hook, and 3-rec interacts with one another. So they work in unison. So this is where you get into your cover 6 and cover 9. I would say cover 2, where you manually turn the hook curl zone into vert hook and the outside guy into soft squat. However, due to the mid read, you get some funky interactions. So to be a little bit more consistent, this is more so about cover 9 and cover 6, where we get the actual 3-rec hook, vertical hook, and soft squat. And I just wanted to make a video to showcase the easiest way to understand what's going to happen in regards to how they match. Based upon the way the game is coded. All right, so I'll go ahead and get this started here. This will be quick. Okay, first and foremost, when it comes to calling cover 9 or cover 6, where the soft squat vert hook lines up depends on the strength of the formation, whether it be, I'm talking about the passing strength. So due to there being the 2 receiver side being over here, and then obviously you have the back here, so you have 3 threats on this side. This is the strong side of the formation. This is the weak side. So we're going to put the cover 2 side on the strong side and a quarter side on the back side. All right, so that's how that works with cover 9. I'll go ahead and play it because I want to get to the point here. And these are the responsibilities here, okay? So I didn't put in the backside responsibilities because this is just the quarter side to where they have quarters rules. Okay, this is more so about the soft squat, vert hook, and 3-rec player. Okay, so the way it is why they work in unison. The vertical hook plays cut. Okay, and the soft squat plays a read to technique. Okay, and cut, all that is you have that player up and back. Back as in back to the ball. So being that you're here and the ball is this way, okay, if the number 2 goes back to the ball, so anything inside, in post or up, so a vertical pattern, then you are matching that man-to-man, and he wants to play inside leverage on these routes. Okay, because he's playing to his help, which would be the deep half safety. Okay. The soft squat player is a read 2 player, and the reason why I have read 2-1, okay, because the first step in his process is he's reading the number 2. So, in this instance, both of these players are reading the number 2. He dictates how both of us are going to play. All right, I'm reading the number 2. Is the number 2 up or back to the ball? If so, then that eliminates that point in the process, and now he's playing man-to-man on the number 1. And I've noticed I made a mistake or a mishap in a previous video. I assumed that he would be playing with inside leverage, but he actually plays outside leverage on the number 1. You can change that to make him play with inside leverage. Maybe I'll make a video on that later, okay? But hey, if this guy goes inside or vertical, okay, I'm reading the number 2. Well, due to him going up or back to the ball, that dictates that now I play number 1 man-to-man, and he plays what looks like outside leverage, okay? So that's how that works. Now, if this player goes out, okay, remember, he's cutting the 2. That means he takes them all up and back. Well, because he's not up or not back to the ball, that ends my process, and then I'm looking to cut the number 1, okay? In other words, if 1 is going inside, now I'm taking that route man-to-man inside leverage. Why is that? That's because the read 2 player, he's reading 2. Since 2 is out, well, now I know that's my responsibility, and now I can jump that pattern, all right? So that would be a way to trap an offense into making a mistake. Let's say they want to run something like the Ohio concept, okay? and the quarterback is reading the second defender in, and hey, it looks like he's playing inside leverage. He throws that ball, and you'd hope for this guy to jump that, and that would be a trap, right? It's about deception, and there's other reasons why you had that incorporated into the defense, but again, I'll get into that maybe in another video. This guy is relating to the number 3. Okay, if 3 goes this way, if he goes up the line of scrimmage, okay, you have him man-to-man. But we are going to have a push call involved in this, and I will get into that very soon. I don't want this video to be too long, okay? The whole idea of this video is to kind of give you insight on how cover 9 plays and the beauty of running cover 9 and things like cover 6. Cover 6 is different because the cover 2 side will be on the weak side and the cover 4 side will be on the strong side. All right. So this is 4 verts. So you should be able to guess how they are going to play. If I do something like this, 4 verts. Okay. Well, both of us are, how we play is dictated on what you do. Well, he's vertical, so guess what? Inside leverage, trail man. Okay, since number 2 is vertical, well, now I'm playing man-to-man on this guy, and he's the deep half. All right, I'm relating to 3. All right, 3 comes up the line of scrimmage, so I should attach to that. That's the way it should play. We'll go ahead and play it. And that is what we get. Okay, it looked like he played inside leverage there. So I don't know if that's, you see how he looks like he's playing outside? Okay, so maybe we got some weird interaction there when they ran into each other. But it looks like he wants to play with outside leverage. And you know what, I'm okay with that when you think about it, because if you're playing outside leverage, I'm playing inside leverage, we're kind of funneling both of these receivers inside to kind of help out our safety. So maybe as opposed to playing outside in as the safety deep half, he can play more inside out and midpoint this. So it's something to think about. But we'll go ahead and move on because I want to showcase the rest of the stuff. All right. Oh, so I wanted to show this. So there's a push call involved. And all that means, if, for those who don't know, let's say we get something where we get something like this. All right. Well, hey, he's still reading 2 to 1. 2 was going inside, so guess what? I'm going to man this route because that's not my responsibility. He's not running out. Okay. Now, this guy is still cutting the number 2, but he will get a push call from the linebacker who's relating to the number 3. Okay, and the linebacker gives this call when he notices that the back is going to the flat. Push, push, push. He makes a call to inform you, hey, back is going to the flat now, so you now relate to the 3, and then I will take your responsibility of cutting the 2. It's a way of alleviating leverage issues. Okay, because if I can get to the flat before you can, as in a race, we can outthrow the linebacker to the flat and turn it upfield. So why not? Because you're in better position for that. You out leverage that guy to the flat, and then I'm in better position here on the inside breaking route. Now, I don't necessarily like the way that they have this coded in the game, because it seems like any flat pattern by the back, they trigger this push call. I wouldn't like that. I would like more of a fast flat call. So if this guy goes to the flat like right now, then maybe we can get that call. Not something like a swing route or a slow developing route to the flat, okay? Because the backers should be able to handle that. And the reason why you really don't want to get a switch every time with these 2 players is because this is a wide receiver and this is a middle backer. Okay, so as an offense, if I know that you're going to switch this every single time, then yeah, I will make this call knowing that the backer has inside leverage on this, but I wouldn't necessarily care because, I have a more athletic receiver up against a linebacker. So how about we get like our best receiver, Jamar Chase, in at the slot, knowing that they're going to call this type of action, and then we get this switch. You go to the flat, and you know what? We can design something right now. I would do something like that, right? Push, push, push. He goes to the flat, and now I attach this guy. Uh-oh, I get cooked, and there we go. And then I would do something like this to get that player out of there, get the deep half out of there. You're in trouble there, right? But, I mean, we can draw up anything on the whiteboard or whatever you call it. So we'll go ahead and play it. Okay, so this is where you get that switch. That's why I had that in there. So you can imagine what's going to happen here, right? Okay, we're going to get that push call, middle backer, our cut two player, soft squat out here, reading the two's inside, match this route. Cutting the two, okay, I'm matching this route. Uh-oh, I get a push call, so now I'm relating to the three, and now he takes him inside. Let's go ahead and take a look.
Rail, right in. 0-2.
Sorry for the loud music. And as you see, we get that switch. You even see him make the call. See him make the point there? He's pointing, push, push, push. So you take him, and now I'll come inside. So you can look at this, and you should be able to tell what's going to happen here, right? So as the apex here, backer, all right, we should get a push call in the game. Apex is going to widen with the flat, and now he's going to attach to him. Soft squat, once he notices that two goes not out, then he attaches to this curl pattern. So I'm going to play it.
Imagine how I feel to watch you. To watch another piece of the crowd, you know that if you wasn't you, would be dissing you, dog. Damn.
All right, so looking at this, you should know what's going to happen here. All right, so I'll go ahead and go here. All right, he running out. He's running a post, and I think he's running like a Texas route. All right, so, okay, again, he is cutting the number two. Is two up or back to the ball? No, he is not, right? So now he's off of that two, and now he's cutting the number one. Is one inside? Yes, he is, so he's going to take that man to man. This guy should jump that. And obviously the three rec is going to man the three. Let's go ahead and play it and watch it play out. And that is exactly what we get. Now, what I don't like about the game is, I think last year they got it right, or maybe the year before, where the guy didn't kind of bug out on the outside. He was a little bit more decisive in triggering down and dealing with that out pattern, because, you know, maybe I'll go ahead. I mean, you don't want him to be over aggressive, okay, but you don't want him to play like that, okay, because, you know, if you're trying to trap that out by the number two, and they can throw it anyway because you're late in your response, well, then what's the whole point of you playing that type of coverage on the outside there? So lastly, I wanted to showcase where we get the out, and then this guy goes just vertical, all right? And he runs. So, okay, reading the two. Is two out? Yes, he is, so he should attach to that. All right, two is out, so I don't have him, so now I'm cutting one, which really taking one if he goes inside. All right, because if one goes vertical into the outside as if he's in like a fade pattern, well, then he's just going to zone out into the curl area. He's not gonna attached to him man to man. And the reason why that is because you're kind of wasting a player by doing that, for him to kind of haul ass to get all the way out there when you have the safety over the top to top this route. Okay, so you know it's only really if he comes inside on a post route, drag, dig, whatever. Then in that instance, of course, with this guy going out, then he will attach to those routes. But with the number one going on like a deep fade, the safety should be able to handle that. He's not under pressure. He's not being split by two defenders, so he should be able to lighten and deal with that, which allows us to kind of just play more into the curl area. So you should see that here, and I think this is the last click, guys. Okay, so you know if you think about it, think about if the game had it to where you know you ran a fade pattern, this guy ran out, the corner takes the out, and this apex decides to go ahead and haul ass and run with that with a deep half safety. Well, he wouldn't be here, and now a more vulnerable area of the field, this would be wide open to this player here with the back. Okay, so why not keep him inside, because this safety should be able to handle that deep fade pattern. Okay, so that is cover 9, guys, and you know maybe I'll get into trips in the next video. You know, but it's fairly simple. The rules are still the same with the soft squat and the vertical hook. I just wanted to give you a kind of like a foundational understanding on how it works when it comes to soft squat, vertical hook, and 3-rec when they're on the field at the same time. Okay. When it gets to trips, I believe on the backside, they're just going to meg that backside corner, and then the apex on the weak side is just going to man up the 2 weak, and then we should be able to steal the backside safety, should poach over to play post control and things of that nature. But again, we still get the same read 2 by the soft squat, and the vertical hook should still cut the 2, and the 3-rec should still relate to the number 3. All right. What's interesting about this is you get some of this stuff when it comes to playing against bunch. So yes, the vertical hook will still cut the 2 in the bunch, and the soft squat will still read the 2 in the bunch. Okay, so if 2 goes out, soft squat takes them, and then the vertical hook is looking to man up the 1. And obviously you have your backer inside relating to the number 3. Okay, so it's pretty cool because we get, you know, a lot of different ways to play stuff like bunch. You can box the bunch, you can play cover 9 where we get that action on the bunch. And my next video will be how we can play point on the bunch, where we get a triangle play on the 1 and the 3 and locked in on the number 2. That video should come the day after I drop this one. So I'll leave it at that, guys. I hope you got something from this video, and I hope you keep coming back for more, man. Peace.